It's time for another lesson in Kalamazoo history. So listen up. You just might learn something.
Kalamazoo, Michigan has been a hotspot for baseball for over 100 years. It hosted a women's team during wartime, and plenty of great players have come out of Western Michigan University. There were numerous baseball fields in Kalamazoo in the late 1800s and early 1900s, and one of the fields that has stood the test of time is Sutherland Field, home to many games for almost 100 years. It's actually called Homer Stryker Field at Mayors Riverfront Park. Thousands have played on that field over the years, and a few have made it to the major leagues. Let's take a peek at the men who were born in Kalamazoo and made it to Major League Baseball. The Ganzel family was known as the first family of Michigan baseball. Fred, Charlie, George, Joe, and John were baseball-playing brothers. Although the family wasn't originally from Kalamazoo, they deserve to be mentioned. Joe was the only one who never made the majors. Charlie and John were the two who had the best baseball careers. John was reportedly born in Kalamazoo in 1874. He died in 1959. He played for the Pirates, Cubs, Giants, Reds, and Yankees. He was the first ever starting first baseman for the Yankees organization and hit the first home run ever for that franchise. Charlie was born in 1862, won 4 National League championships, and 1 World Series with the Detroit Wolverines in 1887. Charlie died in 1914. Stubby Magner was born in Kalamazoo in 1888. He played for the New York Highlanders in 1911, just 13 games. Stubby was 7 for 33. He died in 1956. Bub Kuhn was born just down the road in Vicksburg in 1899. Bub played just 1 game in the majors, September 1st, 1924 for the Cleveland Indians. He pitched 1 inning, faced 7 batters, gave up 3 runs, including a homer, and took the loss. He died in 1956. Rudy Miller was born in 1900. He played just 2 games in the majors for the Philadelphia Athletics in 1929, one of baseball's all-time great teams. Rudy was 1 for 4 with 3 walks and an RBI. He played at third base and was the last survivor from that team. He died in 1994 and is buried in Kalamazoo. Neil Berry was born in Kalamazoo in 1922. He went to Kalamazoo Central, Western Michigan University, and eventually the Army. He made it to the majors with the Tigers in 1948. He was an infielder and played with Detroit until 1952. He then played with the Browns, White Sox, and Orioles before ending his career in 1954. Neil still lives in Kalamazoo. Ron Jackson was born in Kalamazoo in 1933. Ron was a great basketball and baseball player at Western Michigan University. He played for the White Sox and Red Sox in the 50s. After baseball, he owned his own insurance agency. Ron died in 1988. Leon Roberts was actually born in Vicksburg, Michigan in 1951, but that's close enough for us. He went to Portage Northern High School and the University of Michigan. He originally went to play football and baseball, but ended up playing basketball and baseball. Leon was in the big leagues from 1974 to 1984 with the Tigers, Astros, Mariners, Rangers, Blue Jays, and Royals. He's currently an outfield coach with the Houston Astros. Mike Hart was born in Kalamazoo in 1951. Played just 5 games in the bigs with the Texas Rangers in 1980. He was 1 for 4. He was also a coach in the minors. He's now a hitting instructor at a training facility in Fort Myers. Mike Squires was born in Kalamazoo in 1952. He played for just 1 team in his career, the Chicago White Sox, from 1975 to 1985. Mike won a Gold Glove in 1981 and is now back with the White Sox as a community relations representative. Kurt Ojala was born in Kalamazoo in 1968 and went to Portage Central High School. He's best known as the pitcher who gave up Barry Bonds' 400th home run. Kurt is now in real estate in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Scott Olson was born in 1984 in Kalamazoo. He played for Washington and Florida from 2005 to 2010. His career pitching record is 37-49. He also got himself in quite a bit of trouble while in the big leagues. Brad Emos was born in Kalamazoo in 1986. The family lived in Kalamazoo for a couple of years, but then moved to Georgia. Brad went to Tulane, then played for the Mets in 2011. He had just 37 at-bats in 14 games. Right about now, you're thinking, wait, where's Derek Jeter? Well, Derek wasn't born in Kalamazoo, so he really doesn't belong on this list. But we didn't want you to think we forgot about him. Derek was born in New Jersey, then moved to Kalamazoo when he was 4. He'll be the first Hall of Famer from Kalamazoo. And there you go. They all got a taste of the show. Some a bit more than others, but all major leaguers, and all were born in Kalamazoo, Michigan.